Admitting you're wrong is hard. I'd argue that it's the hardest thing a person could do. I'm not just talking about missing a question on a test and admitting you made a mistake. That's easy. I'm talking about the willingness to change your entire worldview. Now, it's important to realize that intelligence isn't indicative of open-mindedness. Ironically, usually the opposite is true. People will use their intelligence as justification for their beliefs. In fact, the lengths people will go to justify and convince themselves of their conclusions is insane. Consider the fact that beliefs morph your instincts. If you have no information on bears and then you see one, you might not see it as much of a threat. But if you've learned about how terrifying bears are, you'd probably go into a fight or flight response. But what about something more applicable? A very common belief I've seen is when someone claims to be just stupid or not talented.
Oh, I'm just stupid. I can never be good at school.
Man, I'm just not talented enough. I'll never hit a mortal. We choose to believe these mind games that quite literally limit our abilities. If you believe that you're stupid, then you'll be stupid. Whatever it takes to be correct. People cope like this for most of their beliefs, and limiting yourself to a set of irrational beliefs and refusing to change them is the very definition of closed-mindedness. In order to remove your limiters, you can learn the reasons for why you're closed-minded, which will lead to those reasons affecting you less, leading you to become open-minded. Before you can change your beliefs, you first have to believe something. Your initial beliefs will be based on your environment. Would you be religious if your parents weren't? Once your beliefs are established, you'll get to be a part of the in-group. The reasons don't have to be perfect, they just have to be good enough. And if anyone tries to convince you otherwise, ignore their argument entirely. Assuming you fulfill your role in the community, you'll get to reap the benefits, like having a defined purpose, a community that unconditionally accepts you, and a set of rules you can follow. Why question anything when someone claims to have the answers? But what if you do start having questions? Having ideas that differ from what your community believes can be seen as taboo, but why? Assuming you've watched my video on the formula, you should be able to guess the primary reason for why people are closed-minded. Yeah, it's ego. Nice, good job. Anyway, changing your beliefs implies that your original belief was wrong, which is admitting that you were wrong, which could never be the case, because you're perfect! But it does also go deeper than that. Some people are their beliefs. They make it their identity. It's one thing if someone else disagrees with your belief. It's another thing entirely if you yourself disagree with it. Imagine being religious and then encountering something that challenges the existence of your God. It could cause a fight or flight response if you don't brush it off, which is what most people would do. That feeling of unease is called cognitive dissonance. You've already figured it out. Having that feeling is proof that there is something inconsistent with your beliefs. While you were watching this video, you probably had religion as the primary example of a belief in the back of your mind. But beliefs are everywhere. Anything that you perceive as anything is a belief. Religion, politics, morals, even science are all beliefs. Right now, I want you to try and think of just one of your beliefs and ask yourself, where did I learn this? Why do I believe it? If the only answer you can come up with is, it's just how it is, that's not logic, that's cope. Now repeat this process with all of your beliefs and you'll start to see it. Most of your beliefs aren't based on any evidence. Once you're able to recognize that, you gain a superpower. Instead of just changing your beliefs, you start to choose them. Like and subscribe, please.